Hey guys, what's going on? Brandon here, and today I'm going to do my review of Elvis. Elvis is a film directed by Baz Luhrmann, and this film is about Elvis, the uh, the rock star, the king of rock and roll, and his life, and it's also about his the positives and negatives of his life. Sometimes more negatives, sometimes more positives. But Elvis in this film is portrayed perfectly by Austin Butler, who just does a fantastic job of portraying this character, who clearly has a lot of issues in his life from an early age, and is clearly not completely mentally well for a lot of his life. And he does a fantastic job of portraying this character in a way that you really feel like his anguish and heartbreak. And then you get the Colonel Tom Parker, played by Tom Hanks, who was his manager, who stole a bunch of money from Elvis and just you know seemed to really just negatively impact Elvis's life. And then we have Elvis's wife, Priscilla, his ex-wife. Um, I guess his ex-wife at the time of his death. So his ex-wife Priscilla, played by Olivia De Jong, and she does a fantastic job too. Everybody in this film does a fantastic job. Those are the three main actors. Those are the three that are actors that are in here the most. There are other like smaller actors. DeCray Montgomery is in here. He does a fantastic job with when he is in the film. He's not in the film a lot, but didn't really need to be for his presence to be felt. And that's kind of how I feel about this film. Is like this film is carried by Austin Butler and Tom Hanks' performances. And Olivia De Jong, when she's in there, is very good too. But this film is mainly carried by those two actors and their performances as those two characters. And they just do a incredible job of showing the kind of sliminess and the very like negative parts of his manager, who really is a piece of shit, or was a piece of shit. I mean, he's dead now. Um, in a lot of ways, obviously, there are a lot of things that they got into with him that I was happy that they did. Um, and this is a very good, engaging, fun film. There are a few issues, and this movie is a little long. Now, of course, it is a movie about like that is trying to tell Elvis's whole life story, pretty much. So it did need to be long, but there are times when I feel like was this really needed in this film? There are certain things that happen in the film, and I don't want to give anything away. That I'm just like, I don't know if this was really needed. If they could have shaved 10 minutes off of this film, and I think they could have, I think this would have been a better film. That's a critique that isn't like, you know, wholly negative, but it's a little bit negative. It's not like, it's fine. Like it works. It works still for the most part. There's just a couple of moments in this film that I'm like, I didn't need to see that. But then there's another issue with so Elvis. If you have seen pictures of him not long before he died, he was kind of like bigger. I mean, he was kind of fat, and never in this movie is Austin Butler like seen as like fat. He's like always a skinny dude, and that's fine. It just didn't really make any sense to me why there wasn't like a point in the movie where he just like had like a little bit of fat on him at least. I mean, I guess like obviously I don't know if that was like a him thing where he just didn't want to gain weight, or if that was like a, a producer thing, or if even that was like, well, it would be a small portion of this film, so why would we do it? Or if that was like, I don't know. They probably could like put like a little bit of a fat suit on him, just a little bit of one, not like a big one, and made it work. But oh well, it's not like a huge, it's not a huge issue in this film by any means. It's just a little small thing that I noticed that I was like, I kind of wish they would have done a little something there. Just a little, not like they didn't have to go overboard with it. Even just just a little bit of size to them. Um, but yeah, there's not much more I really have to say about this film. This film is a well put together, well acted drama with a couple of lighthearted moments, but for the most part, mainly drama and just about Elvis's life, and it's just a very very well constructed film that has a couple little issues, but not anything major. And that's really all to say. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter in the link in the description below. I'll talk to all of you next time. Peace.